Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, I'll definitely come back, you know, to your way again. I'm so sorry for the delay. Just as we're about to come on, exactly at 1:30, we started having some sound issues. It was beyond our control, but hey, we've been able to sort it out. Thank you so much for staying tuned to us. This is Heritage TV, hanging out with Vicky. You can get out us on all social media handles, Facebook, YouTube, and all the other social media handles. If you want to contribute to the program, you can send me a message. And we'll be my guest will be very happy to answer whatever questions you have. And if you have any contribution, we will be glad to get your contribution as well. Now, today we are going to talk about why you should write a book and how to write a book. So I've got Mr. Tunji. Hello, Tunji. Can you hear me, Tunji?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly. Welcome to
Awesome.
Heritage TV.
Thank you
It's a
very much for having me here.
because I know you're such a busy man. It's taking me months to finally get us to get you on the show. So, so um, Tunji, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself? How did the journey started?
Okay, so I'm Tunji Jimmy. I'm a husband, a father, a pastor, and also business wise, I'm a book author coach and publishing consultant. So I coach aspiring authors who are either entrepreneurs, business owners, or ministers to write and publish their own books in 90 days or less so that they can use that to increase their impact, their influence, and their income. So that's what I do business wise. Ministry wise, I'm a leader in a church that I attend, Kingdom Culture Movement, and I run my own ministry with my wife, Gloria Ministries, and we hold events around the country and just teach people more about worship and the glory of God and just getting people to understand the essence of God's presence. So that is what I do. And we have a beautiful daughter, Janaya, who's going to be 2 next month. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you for the what does the team do? In life, you have that to do the confidence and like the book, like moving the people to schools. Was
Um,
anybody who was an author?
Well, I never had the confidence when I started because I grew up having dyslexia, so I am dyslexic. So writing is not one of my strong points at all. Even reading is not one of my strong points because when I read, I sometimes see different words than what I'm supposed to see, and I say something else that's not on the page. But I wrote and published my first book in 2011, and that was from being pushed by my friends because I had one or two friends who had published the book at the time, and I thought, wait, if they can do it, I can do this as well, and I thought, yes, I may have dyslexia or whatever, and I'm not confident in my writing, but I have something to say. And I wrote my first book, Glory Worshipper, which just teaches people about the essence of worship and how the glory of God is linked to worship. And from 2011 till now, I've written 6 books so far, and then started teaching people from 2015 on how to actually start writing and publishing their own books. So yeah, that's how the journey has been so far, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Positively, it's writing a book.
Sorry.
It's writing a book for everyone. Anyone writes a book. All the
Yes.
people
I
write
believe that every single person has a book in them because we all have a message to share. God has deposited something so much in us that needs to come out. And one of the best ways for that to come out is by writing a book. Because in a book, you can share your story, you can share your message, either if you're in business or you have a career or you're a family person or you're a minister. You have a story, you have experiences, you have expertise. There's so much things in you that you can share in a book. So I believe everybody has the ability to write a book, but they just need to know how to get started.
so
Um, so in order to get started with writing a book, what I tell people is this: most people do not write a book or never finish their book because they try to start writing first. If you start trying to write first, you may never finish. But if you first plan your book, it's like with anything. You're going to start a business, you're going to start a family, whatever it is, you need to first plan it before you get into it. And that's the same with a book. If you can first plan that book, then you have the ability to actually finish because you have paper, you can see where you're starting and where you're finishing. So planning a book first will give you the ability to actually get it done.
I want to write a book. I first of all ask myself, how do I know what to write?
Okay, so in order to find your idea for your book, you first need to look for an opportunity. What are the opportunities around you? Okay, you need to first ask yourself, why do you want to write a book in the first place? So there are five W's that I teach about, and that is, why do you want to write a book in the first place? What is that book going to be about? Who is that book for? When is that book coming out? And where is that book going? So when you can answer your why will give you the drive to actually get started. Okay, then you find out what are you going to write about, finding out exactly what is your message, what is your story, what is your book idea, looking at the opportunities around you. Do people ask you questions, a particular question a lot, and you have an answer for them? Do you run a particular type of business that you can make impact with what you know within that business? Are you in a particular career that you've been in that career for so long that you can train someone else in that line of industry? So we all have ideas around us, but we need to open ourselves up to the opportunities that are around us and looking at those opportunities, and that can give us ideas for the book that we want to write. And we all have passions. You can look at your passions and say, okay, what am I passionate about? Do you like this particular topic? And you can express yourself on that topic. So you can find your passion, look for opportunities, look at your expertise, and those will give you ideas for starting a book.
Uh, Still in this, no people have this to bring out the seller. So on just the topic is very, very, very important. You see people write books, and you see others to write books that depends on the reason access the content. Is it the strength or is it your life experiences or is it got to do with your profession? Because you've got people like us. Something personal but also going to be up. So that's the reason why I said that wow, I'm not doing this direction I'm going to try to protect for this day. They guarantee me, you know, the good say. I hope you
Okay,
get
so
me.
you first need to determine what do you want that book to do for you. So is it a business book? Do you need that book to generate leads? Do you need that book to get more clients into your business? Or do you just want to be an inspiration to somebody and just inspire somebody with your message? Or you just want to, leave a legacy and just write something so people can just read it? So, first of all, you need to determine, okay, what's the topic? Then, what do I want this book to do for me as the writer? And also, for the reader, what do I need this book to do? When you determine that, that will give you a framework of how you're going to actually plan out that book. So, if you want to become a bestseller, then maybe you're becoming a bestseller because you're writing a business book. Because with most business books, when you become a bestseller, it's easier for people to see you as the go to person in your industry, because that's what a book does. A book will get you out there as the number one person in your industry that's writing about this very topic. The fact that you put pen to paper shows that you know something about that topic. So they're seeing you as an expert or an authority. So in the word authority, the first five letters is author. So you are an author and an authority in that field. But to become a bestseller, it depends on what bestseller list are you talking about. Are you talking about Amazon bestseller? Are you talking about New York bestseller? Are you talking about USA Today bestseller? Or what's the other one? It's gone off my head now. But they're different bestseller lists. But you need to know which one do you become a bestseller in, because they all give different um, they all give different presentations for you, okay, and requires money. So you need to determine: do I have £100,000 to become a New York Times bestseller? Do I have £50,000 to become a USA Today bestseller? Or the other one is a Wall Street Journal bestseller or a Sunday bestseller? It requires money. But if you want to become an Amazon bestseller, then that's easy. All you need is people to buy your book on the day of launch, at least, 10 to 50 people to buy your book on the day of launch. And yeah, you can become an Amazon bestseller. So you determine which one you want.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the now. In answering the question you just asked leads me to the next question. Is it that expensive to people?
Well, it depends on the line of publishing you want to go with. So there are three types of publishing. So there's traditional publishing, which we all know, A House and Penguin and all those guys out there. You wouldn't need to spend money because they're coming to you. So they will give you an advance to do your book. But they're only coming to you if you have an audience. If you don't have an audience, they're not going to come your way. So many people, they push their books to traditional publishers. They send their manuscripts and send most traditional publishers get thousands of manuscripts a day. But if you are not credible in their eyes, they're not even going to bother with you. If you do not have a following on social media or email or whatever following that you have of at least 10,000 or more people that genuinely follow you, then you can't even get a publishing deal because they want to know that that advance that they've given you, they're going to make that money back from book sales. So that's the first part of publishing. Then the second part is self-publishing, which anyone can do. Okay, it will cost you a fair amount of money, but not too much if you do it yourself. So most people do it themselves. They just, tell their friends, "Oh, I've written a book. Can you edit it for me?" They will go on Microsoft Word and do a book cover, even though they don't know anything about book covers, and they've not spent a lot, maybe £200 or something like that, and that's the cost for them. But is that really a good book? But even within self publishing, you have self publishing companies who are publishers, but they are self publishing companies. Or you have people like myself who help you to self publish your book, but we're not publishers. We're just a coach and a consultant. Okay, so you can either go the self-publishing route, which is the best route to go, to be honest, because it's easier. Because with traditional publishing, you do not own the rights to your book. You can't tell them this is what I want, this is what I want. No, even if it's a business book, you can't use it to your advantage to grow your business. But as a self-publisher, you have 100% control over your book. Okay, and then the last one is hybrid publishing, which is a mix of self-publishing and traditional publishing together. So an hybrid publisher can publish you, but you still need to have a following, but also you can use that book to build your audience. So they're not as strict as traditional publishers who will say you cannot do anything with the book, because with traditional publishers, you're getting very low royalties. Self-publishing, you make all the money yourself. Hybrid publishing, some of them will give you all your royalties and some of them will take some royalties from you. So those are the three types of publishing that you need to decide which one do I want to go with when I'm writing my book.
Okay, when you are able to set the expenses side writing a book, does it take?
It depends. So I've not said figures. Probably I should say figures. Okay. So it can cost you, even with self-publishing, if you want a very good book, it can cost you from at least £1,000 upwards. I know publishing experts that charge $50,000, $12,000, $15,000, £10,000, £5,000 to get your book done. So it will cost you. If you want something good, it will cost you, and that's just the thing with anything in life. If you want something good, it will cost you money. But sometimes people try to say, "Oh no, it doesn't cost that much," and it does, because even the editing and the proofreading alone of a book will cost quite a lot. So it is going to cost you some money. But depending on the time, if you go with a traditional publisher, the time for that book to come out is going to be between 12 months and 36 months. So that's a long time. Okay? That's a long time. But with self publishing, you can self publish your book in 30 days, in 90 days, in 60 days, depending on you. And with hybrid publishing, either between 90 days and 1 year, depending on the company. So it doesn't take too long. You can actually write your book very fast if you know how to do it. Most people that we follow out there that are doing big things in the business space, they write their book in a weekend.
Okay.
or they write their book in 1 week because there's a system to doing it.
Alright. So, how can you strategize? How many hours do you need to achieve 90 days?
Okay, so when I teach my clients, the 90 days is to write the book and publish the book. Okay, so the 90 days is not just to write. So if you're going just to write, so you determine what type of person am I? Am I good at writing or am I good at speaking? Because those are the two ways in which you can get your book done. You can write your book, and if you want to write your book, you need to determine, okay, how many words do I want to actually write for this book? A good book is between 20 and 30,000 words. So you determine how many words you want for your book. And if you break that down into 1 hour a day, and you dedicate spending 1 hour to write 1,000 words a day, in 25 days to 30 days, your book is written. Okay, and then the rest of the 90 days you use it to get it published. But if you want to do it faster, like most people do, you can write your book in a weekend by speaking your book. If you're good at speaking, you know what your topic is about, and you're very good at illustrating your topic through words, you can record your book on your phone, and you can
Really?
do it in one sitting in 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours, your book is done. 30,000 words. Or if you want to break it up into 1 hour a day or 30 minutes a day, in 5 days, your book is done. So you can use a week to actually speak your book or a weekend to get it done fast. So you can either write it or speak it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Woo. I guess someone watching us has sent me a message saying, what are the advantages of writing the book?
Okay,
If
so
you
the
could
advantage of writing a book. So,
generate.
like I said before, the word authority is one of the biggest advantage. You become an authority on that topic. Why are you speaking to me about writing a book? Because I've written a book on how to write a book. Okay? If people want to know more about worship, they call me because I've written a book on what worship is. If people want to know more about the glory, they've seen my book on the glory. So I was able to expand my reach as a minister and a business person because I wrote a book on the topic. So when I wrote my first book, Glory Realm Worshipper, then my second book, Glory Realm Living, I went on nearly all the Christian TV stations in London. I was on radio stations and some magazines. I got speaking engagements. A book will open up doors that normally you can never open up yourself. When you write a book, it will give you opportunities that normally you never get. When you see most authors that are on TV and stuff, it's just because they wrote a book. Normally they will never get, but because they marketed themselves well, they're able to get on TV in front of thousands and share their story. If if J.K. Rowling never wrote the book Harry Potter, she would never be a billionaire. So you can see just from her story why it's good to write a book. If we as Christians did not have the Bible, what would we know about God?
Exactly. That's very
The
true.
Bible is the best selling book of all times. There's no other book that's been sold as much as the Bible. If we never had the Bible, how would we read about God? So if you have a message and you are not sharing it and you're not letting people know what you have, a disservice to people.
Mm, yeah. I've got another person send me a person saying, how do you choose a publisher for your book?
Like I said, so when I explained about the three types of publishing, You need to decide what type of publishing you want. And you need to decide what is this book going to do for me. When you know what the book is going to do for you, then you can decide on the type of publishing you want. But if you want to go with a publisher, maybe you want to be able to get visibility and notoriety, but you're not maybe gonna make money because your royalties are gonna be very low with a publisher. So they can get you out there because they will do all the book cover marketing, and sometimes they don't even do marketing, but they will get you out there so you're seen and heard, but you probably won't make money from that book.
Opportunity. And you know, when your main, one of the main aim is to get a lot of money from it. So why is it that you give a book to a publisher that honestly is just to get the book, but you didn't get a lot of money from it? Is it when you're writing your first book that is
No, that's why I said they need to know if you have a following because they're
oh,
gonna give you an advance. They're gonna give you an advance of maybe 50,000, 100,000. They want to make that money back. So the royalties are going to be very low so that they can make that money back. Okay, so that's why what we teach is write a book and build a brand, build a business with that book so that there are other things you can do at the back end of the book. So that, because how many £10 books are you going to sell to make, £50,000?
it's good.
If you don't have
Yeah,
a following, you don't have a strategy or anything like that, you're gonna just try and try and try and not sell nothing, and you're gonna have maybe 5,000 copies of your book in your house, in your garage that are just there. But if you can build a business around that book and charge one client £5,000 to work with you, how many clients do you need? Just 10, and you can make that £50,000. So you
mm,
use your book as the business card to get people into your business and then you sell them your services.
yeah, yeah. Yes, another person is sending the question. I don't know whether you typed it already. He's asking, how do you use your book marketing?
Yeah, that's what I've just said. So building a business around your book. Your book is your marketing tool. So you need to be able to use your book to generate leads. So when
Mm,
you write a book, in the Kindle version of the book, you need to have a link on maybe every page or every chapter whereby you can tell someone go to this page and download my free PDF of how to lose weight, for example. So when they get on that page, they'll put their name and their email, and you've just got a lead into your business. Then you can start marketing to them by sending them emails every week on how to lose weight. And then you can now say, hey, I have a course, an online course on how to lose weight fast. 30 days online course for, let's say, 297 pounds. They do that course, they love it, it's amazing. And you now, hey, jump onto my 90-day course for 1997, for example. They do your 90-day course, they love it. Say, okay, why not join my membership club, whereby every week I'm teaching you how to lose weight, and all you're paying is 97, oh sorry, maybe £47 a month to join your membership. So you're making money on different angles because you're able to market to them through email. You're able to use your book on social media. You're sharing your quotes, you're sharing things from your book, and people see what's in your book. You're able to do a Facebook ad, a YouTube ad, Instagram ad, and all those things just to get people to your book and from your book into your business. and building a sales funnel with the book as well. So when it comes to marketing and business nowadays, you need a funnel. You need to build a funnel behind your business, behind your book, so that there is a process people are going through and they understand exactly what it is that you do.
Mr. Tim, do you agree with me that have come up with this three main points? A book should have these qualities. It should have an impact, it should influence, and also generate
Yeah,
these three things.
yeah, those are the three things. So if you see what I always share, I always say increase your impact, your influence, and your income with a book, because a book can help you to make impact by sharing your message. A book can give you influence because you're able to go on TV and radio or magazines on shows like this as well. Then you make income because you're generating income from the sales of the book and also from the services that you render in your business.
Because this is a personal Afro-Caribbean community. Now to this is that a lot of us are not into book, right? How we do, or you do as you are a professional, do to change this because it's something that is
Wow, there is a lot of Afro Caribbean authors and coaches, some of my friends, and they do a lot of things for the Afro Caribbean community to help them with writing and publishing their own book. Of course, we don't brand ourselves as just Afro Caribbean because our market is wide, but I think people just need to open up to the fact that I have a book in me. I think the first thing is people think they cannot write a book because they're scared. They don't know how to get started. They're thinking of the money. They're thinking, do people really want to hear my message? Or if I share my story, people are going to be funny with me. But the thing is, you have a message and your message needs to be shared. So that's the first thing. Know that you have a message and your message needs to be shared. When they say, oh, if you put something in a book, a black man's not going to read it. That's rubbish. They say
exactly.
that, but it's not true. Because yes, maybe in those days they may not be reading, but nowadays, how many educated black people do we have? So many, you know. So that doesn't mean because that's what they said then, that's the narrative now. No, that's not the narrative now. We've changed it. But more people need to step up to the fact that I am an author. If I see it in my mind, I can hold it in my hands and I can make my book a reality. That's one thing I tell my clients whenever I'm doing my online events or my in-person events. I tell them to say that you need to believe it, that you can do it, and you can make it a reality.
It's not last people have done to to if you want to do something, I believe for you to get good results, you need to get a coach. It's whether it's somebody I would advise you who to have that it's time for me to write a book. Get in touch with me. To advise you, show you about like write a book after 90 days. So it's just one coach also So, before the details, you
Okay, so I have an upcoming 5 day free challenge, which is starting on Monday. It starts on Monday,
really
so it's called the 5 day one book idea away challenge. So what does that mean? So that shows you that you're one book idea away from writing that book. You're one book idea away from changing your life. You're one book idea away from impacting someone out there. So from Monday to Friday, I will work with you for 5 days in a Facebook group. We'll come on live at 5 p.m. every day where I would basically present and show you how to get started with your book idea. So, how to get that idea off the ground, get it started, how to actually map out your book, how to outline your book, and how to get it written fast. So for the 5 days, that's what we're going to be doing. It starts on Monday. I can share the link with you afterwards, and you can share it with your community. It's free. It is free. It's a 5 day free challenge. It's a challenge, so you're going to be doing homework every day because it is a challenge. It's challenging you to actually get started with your book idea. So I'm going to challenge you every day to do one particular type of assignment that takes you nearer to getting the idea done for your book.
why is this free? It's amazing.
Um, it's free because honestly, the times we're living in at the moment, it's just to help people. I've been doing this from March. I've been doing a free challenge every month just to help people get started with that book idea. And obviously, there will be an offer to work with me afterwards if you want to work with me afterwards to actually get it done properly and published as well.
And for social media handles, contact telephone number, follow up, contact me. Of
Yeah,
course, you
so
can take
Tunji
me
Olujimi,
around, but you need to take from you. Someone has her pen and paper ready to take the details. Social media handles,
okay.
contact me.
So Jimmy on all social media handles, basically on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, Tunji Olujimi, and on YouTube as well. And the business is acceleratedauthors.academy.com. That's where you can find the business stuff, or you can find it on Facebook as well. Accelerated Author with Tunji Olujimi, and all the information for the book stuff is all there. But I will share it with you, and you can share it with your community and people that would like to join. It would be good to have you guys on. If you do want to write that book, you're serious about getting it done. It's a free challenge, so but it is a challenge to challenge you to get it done. It's free, but don't take it like it's free.
Thank you so much. Aside that, do you have any other words, any thank yous, anybody you want to?
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I'm very, very happy to be on. Appreciate that you would get me on. I know we wanted to do it in person, but obviously because of COVID, we couldn't do it in person. But thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. It's been a blessing to share with you guys, and I look forward to coming on again. Thank you.
Okay. And my regards to your little one and the missus. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, and my regards to your family as well.
Right. Okay.
My missus is in the comments as well, so she's commenting on the live comments.
You're number one fan.
Yeah.
All right. But I
So
hope
I
one
posted
day,
the link in the comments as well.
yes, I would love to have you on the video podcast. We can go with you. So please keep that
Awesome.
in mind. So stay blessed, Pastor Tunji, and I'll see you on Monday, hopefully.
Guys, like I always say, keep smiling, keep shining, because you've been designed and destined for more than where you are right now, because you have what it is. God bless you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are. We've been given all the guidelines and how to write a book, why you write a book, and how to do it. And you can even write your book as short as 5 days to 90 days. And I'm amazed. And I hope you will join the 5-day challenge. We'll be sharing that link on our social media handles. May I please take this opportunity quickly to appreciate our sponsors of this show, Victon Estates, for all your property needs. Eagle Heights International School, it's a top-notch mass tuition center. If you need information to enroll your child into this high esteemed education, establishment, you contact me on 0744 8619711, 0744 8619711, and I will put you through to the team, speak to you, and also book an assessment for your child. I took my children there and they came out with good grades. So I would also encourage other parents to get their children enrolled, to get guidance for them to get top grades in mathematics. Yes, so that is it. And I also want to say thank you to my team at Heritage TV, especially Mr. Thomas Ade. He's been wonderful even during this COVID time. He's done his very best, making sure that I come your way every Saturday. Hoping to come your way again next week. Take good care of yourself. Stay blessed. Love you all.
Everybody in London, have you heard that Heritage Television has come up with something new? All your functions and celebrations can now be multi-camera live stream that was only reserved for the rich and famous. Having a function in London can be viewed clean and clear immediately from any part of the world. Trust Heritage TV to give you a better reach. Heritage Television also does photography that will make you the envy of all your friends and family. Heritage Television is the best. All your functions like birthdays, funerals, weddings, church anniversaries or harvest. Heritage Television is the master. We are in the heart of London with an ultra-modern equipped studio. You can call us on 020 800 46100 or email us info@heritagetv.co.uk or mobile 0734 1234 560. Heritage Television will do you proud.